This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Well, how the tide has turned. According to Mike Coppinger, who's a very reliable source for boxing news and especially with speculation, most of his things tend to come true. Now, his latest revelation is that Deontay Wilder is set to meet with Dazn officials next week. Shelley Finkel and Al Heyman have been informed, and this is fantastic stuff. So even if Wilder meets with these guys, at least he can say he met them. He discussed the possibility of joining up with Dazn. So he can see exactly what's on the table. So even if he declines it, at least he did make some kind of effort, because everybody's getting big deals except for Wilder. And isn't he the WBC American champion? So it stands to reason that he should at least meet. So that's good news. Now, it's not good news for the PBC, not good news for Showtime or Fox, that's for sure, especially if he does take the deal with Dazn, whatever the deal may be. Of course, everything will be negotiable, that's for sure. But by the looks of it, obviously he needs some kind of promotional platform. He needs some kind of promotional team. He doesn't have that currently. Everything that he does is self-promotion. And so far, let's be real, he has done quite well, along with our help as well, of course. But by the looks of it, it's Lou DiBella that is orchestrating all of this. Lou DiBella, of course, he's kind of a guy that he works for Showtime, he works for Dazn, but ultimately he's a promoter. So he can see both sides of the coin. So Lou DiBella is probably the ideal person to be the mediator between everyone. And it seems that he is the one with some kind of common sense. Shelley Finkel doesn't appear to have too much with it. And so far, Wilder hasn't shown too much common sense either. But Lou DiBella is obviously a very good friend of Wilder, is saying, listen, you should at least meet with them. And of course, Lou DiBella is a promoter. So it's not like Deontay Wilder has to go with Eddie Hearn or has to go with Oscar De La Hoya. Not at all. So he can still have Lou DiBella as his promoter. And Dazn, listen, this is huge money for him. They're not going to make him a very tiny offer. They're going to make him a massive offer. And listen, he's got personal issues with Eddie Hearn. This doesn't mean that he has to work with Eddie Hearn, not at all. But ultimately, it's going to be a little bit easier with, say, Lou DiBella and that. In other words, if he was to push to the side Shelley Finkel and others around him who may or may not have been guiding him wrong. I mean, maybe they have been guiding him correctly, who knows? But at least with Lou DiBella, he can be the mediator between it all. And Eddie Hearn doesn't have to own the show. He doesn't have to be part of Matchroom. But listen, he may well become part of Matchroom. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, obviously it depends on the deal. But at least he's showing a little common sense just by meeting. Now, of course, a lot of his fanatical fans, his fans as a whole will fully understand this. And they've always been open to the idea of Dazn ever since that it was first broadcast that Dazn are going into America for boxing. Because as any fan, that's another platform, which is great news for boxing fans, right? But his fanatical ones are the ones who are, nobody wants to join Dazn. Dazn is an app, it's never going to work. Nobody here in America is going to do it. Well, clearly, a lot of them are. I mean, look at the names. Canelo, Joshua, Triple G today, obviously, Usyk, you name it. So many big ones, Daniel Jacobs, etc. And the list goes on. Wilder, hopefully, is recognising that he's going to be left out in the lurch if he doesn't do something. So, obviously, a lot of his fanatical fans who are dead set against it and blah, 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 are now going to twist the tune, of course. Well, it wasn't because of Dazn, it's because Eddie Hearn. Well, that hasn't always been that way, has it? You've always said it's about the app and Eddie Hearn. But if Deontay Wilder does it, all these guys will start to shift over to Dazn because of Wilder. And it is what it is. A boxing platform is a boxing platform, whether it's an app, whether it's free, whether it's subscription, whether it's on TV, whether it's pay-per-view, boxing is boxing. So a lot of these people need to start eating humble pie if Deontay Wilder signs. Are they going to throw Wilder on the bus? Of course not. They've invested too much time in Deontay Wilder to throw him under the bus right now. They'll probably throw him under the bus once he loses the fight, but as of right now, no, you watch. They'll start to have little digs about PBC now. All these guys have been predominantly PBC fanboys. Now they're going to start to turn and think, actually, Eddie Hearn was right. Dazn is the way of the future. ESPN app is the way of the future. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Even if nothing happens, at least he's had a meeting. So at least then we can say, well, at least he thought about it. You know, he contemplated some offers. He knows what the offers are, rather than just Eddie Hearn on Fight Hype or whatever it may be, talking about it. So anyway, that's what's going on. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week or potentially the week after, if he actually signs a deal. Obviously, because with Dominic Breazeale, you know, he has to face Dominic Breazeale next. So ultimately, he's going to have to fight on Showtime, as I did a video earlier on, potentially pay-per-view, which would be a stupid move. It would really expose him. It really would, if they put that on pay-per-view. Otherwise, again, either way, he's going to get paid mediocre money compared to what he could get paid. So why not fight Dominic Breazeale on Dazn and get paid a crap load of money? At the end of the day, it's still a ring, still got ropes, it's still two people with a referee punching each other in the face. Why not get paid millions rather than get paid a small pittance in comparison? Makes perfect sense. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.